Hello everybody, welcome to a live stream recap video. I will try and make this as quick as possible, but do bear in mind there is so much to go over, to a point where I will break this down into separate videos because some of the topics will need to be expanded on. We've got, Kabam are doing another live stream where they're going to give away up to 100,000 units in 10,000 increment, kind of giving out to players. There's so many things, how to get the new title, like Valiant, and it's actually a little bit more complex and it may need you to spend a bit, it may need you to wait a bit, or it may need you to be impatient a bit. All of the information I've put in, I hope I've been able to squeeze into the description, but do bear in mind you have a certain word limit that you're able to put in. So I'm going to go over as much as possible. We're of course going to have hopefully things on screen through the magic of clicking and placing things. So hopefully I can make this as time sensitive as possible. If not, go and watch some of the content I'm going to be posting over the weekend, which is going to be each individual topic broken down into, hopefully small videos, but do bear in mind there's a lot. There's so much to go over. So let's kick things off. Right. Event quest, which is going to look a little bit like, we've got the standard event quest. Image, side quest, necropolis, same thing. No changes there. So it's necropolis themed. So it's going to be like the Catacombs, it's called, which we did a little bit of a kind of coverage over, but do bear in mind, look out for the full guide. That'll be dropped on the weekend. So that's going to be, not the weekend, next week, next Wednesday, when the content goes live. What else was discussed? Well, there was a little bit of kind of like showcase of Kushala and a few things. Do bear in mind the deep dives are out on Saturday and Sunday respectively. So tomorrow, look out for the deep dive for Kushala or Cheelith. So look out for them. Interesting notes. So for Cheelith, the rotation is Parry, reduce spirit charges, punish with heavy attack, SP1, bleedy, so lots of bleeds. Long fights build up to 10 spirit charges, then hit an SP3. Cleanse, great counter for Jessica Jones. Smashes Gamma champions and good for questing and war, might be iffy on battlegrounds. When it comes to Kushala, very different state of affairs. She's very much a case of like dealing with buff champions. So you've got build blessings evenly and stay paused. Launch SP1, nullify buffs, SP2, soul barb, incinerate passives are the damage element to this champion. And that's done by ignition buffs. I think that's the case. Need to have a look at that. She's insane against Hulkling, which we'll see in a moment on screen. And then different blessings give different things. But apparently she's going to be good in battlegrounds, but overall a great nullifier on buffs and good cosmic champion counter, which is thumbs up and is very much good to know with that one. Kabam also went over a Battlerealm Brawl recap, which I think was really good. I want to personally, without me reading off like some of the notes and stuff, say that it was a really good event. Of course, Kabam were given a very limited budget to do the Battlerealm Brawl. Nothing on this kind of, extent they would do for a booth at New York Comic Con and as well the extent of stuff. But, there's teething things that, Kabam want to sort out going into next year. There's some really interesting reveals. Like, all in all, apparently there were 300 people set to attend the Battlerealm Brawl, but only 150 actually turned up. So Kabam ended up spending money on people that were going to attend who didn't attend, which is kind of like, it's a bit sucky really if you think about it. Say if you kind of like $5, if you kind of said it's $5 Canadian per head for like food and drink, which they did, they provided food and drink, then what is that, 5 times mass, we'll say so it's $750 worth of things that went to waste, but it didn't. One thing I just want to say is like, well done to Kabam, because what they did with the leftover food and maybe the drink, it depends on what they were able to do. They actually gave that to it's community fridges. So I want to say like, well done to Kabam for that one. Like whoever had that idea, well done, and that's good spirit. So for the money that was wasted, it wasn't. It went to a good place. So you got to respect that, giving it to community kitchens. For that one, odd how people weren't able to. Oh, look, things come up, but it's very weird that that people weren't able to attend. Obviously, I was asked about attending, but I gave sufficient notice to say that I wouldn't be able to go because I wouldn't be able to get the time off work. Work would not allow the time required to make the trip to the Battlerealm Brawl, which was sad, but, you know, we move on. Maybe next year is going to be more likely. We'll have to see. What else? Well, there was actually 2 belts. You can see there's a belt for Fintech and also Kabam are wielding a belt. So the thing is, I find funny about this, even though people were saying, oh, you took to Kabam, or you took the belt from Fintech. The funny thing about this is that, well, it's not a very unique belt when someone else has another one. So it's like, you know, what is it? Like boxing. I mean, it's different with WWE because you've got like replicas. So maybe this is like more entertainment based because it's like WWE. So it's like, oh, I can buy a replica belt. Okay, good. It's not like boxing where it's very kind of like not many people have you don't really have a replica based system for, you know, WBC or kind of any kind of like boxing associated ones. I think the same thing when it comes to like MMA. I don't know, UFC. You don't see many people sporting UFC replica belts. Not to say people don't, but you don't really see it that much. And yeah, the Kabam want to expand on it. They want to do more with the next Battlerealm Brawl if they get the opportunity to do it. So yeah, like that would be cool. Hopefully they can make it bigger, better. And there is talk about doing it going into like a bigger event over more days. So like a 3-day kind of event for that one. What else? Well, very interesting that Kabam Jax did his first ever 7-star. He opened that, and I mean, spoiler alert with it. It was Cat Wilson. Cat Wilson was the champion that he got, and of course, you know, it's very mixed, isn't it, with 7 stars nowadays. I'm like always very unsure about what a 7-star is going to mean. I think until I'm like, well, am I going to use this for something like Karina's challenges or something to that particular regard. There's also going to be another stream mid-November, which is going to be, I think, the 15th of November. This is going to be good because what this will be, there's, by the way, the big giveaway is on that, but it should be very exciting. Now, one thing that I'm massively excited about is Prime Gaming. This is something where if you've got Amazon Prime, you can get some free stuff, free loot. So if you've got that, then twice per month that you'll be able to get 1 rare 3-star feature champion. Well, not rare, but kind of like, you know, the champion. 2 Cavalier crystals and 6 energy refills. Whether or not they're going to be full energy refills, I don't know. It doesn't really say on screen with that on. But, you know, you live and hope that that's going to be the case. It's always nice to get free stuff. It is 1 per account. So if you've got Amazon Prime but got about 3 accounts, you only get on 1. So that's how that works. It's a QR code function, as well as you can go through a special gaming kind of launch page, which more details I think will be sent through in like a in-game mail or some stuff. You'll be able to access it. Onslaught, you'll be able to grab, you know, at a later point. So Onslaught on December 11th, and December 25th will be a mystery prize or a mystery gift. So I'm pretty excited about that. That could, I don't think it's going to be anything too spicy, but it would be interesting to see what it could be. I'm hoping it could even be a Banquet crystal of some description, which would be even better. Yeah. I'm very excited about this. It's something that I've wanted to see Kabam do for a long time. This is great news. Of course, if you've got Amazon Prime, I get more value out of Amazon Prime than I do any other kind of like thing. Mainly because it's like we have Amazon Prime. We watch obviously the Prime Video service. You get your deliveries and more kind of like quicker time frame, and as well like M will kind of sort out for me getting the Prime Gaming sub. By the way, Prime sub to the channel on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. Please do that and support. So yeah, like, you know, it works out well for that. And if you've got Amazon Prime, you know, support somebody on Twitch. You know, that'd be very, very nice of you. It doesn't have to be me, another Marvel Contest of Champions YouTuber or streamer. So that would be wonderful. Right, moving on to Alliance Quest 2.0. So Alliance Quest 2.0 is looking lovely. Like, I must admit, like the work that's done to kind of like set this up, this landing page, beautiful. It's very reminiscent of Battlegrounds, and that's very smooth when it comes to like how they've put that all together. It looks great. You know, I've got no kind of qualms with that one. There is a lot of kind of scary things. If you click this question mark right here, it will give you information. The setup of this is, again, like more kind of like easier to do, as you can see, by setting up different battle groups and then kind of going in from there and going, okay, well, today we're doing this. All battle groups are doing this. One battle group is doing, you know, map 8, the rest 6, you know what I mean? Your setup and calendar, so you're able to go like, okay, well, we don't want to do it on the weekends, so let's do it Monday to Thursday. And it's like, you're done. Great. Fantastic. Let's set it up. It's a 4-day cycle, which is good. But that plays into more like the Alliance raids, which is coming as going to be, you know, that's going to be one of the big linchpins for the week to do that. The setup and setting up for officers, again, smoother. Great. Love it. All their particular stuff. Great. And then we move on to Alliance raids. So Alliance raids are going to be very much a case of cooperative based play, which you can see part of it on screen. You're setting up as different types. You've got to set up as 3 as assault. Well, I assume 3 as assault, and then 3 of vanguard and 3 of tactician, as in people within your battle group. Are that, and it looks like they've got kind of like markers of different champions to fit different kinds of builds of what they do. And yeah, just have at it with different champions, be cooperative, play together. Those particular elements are going to be very, very important indeed. Reward side of things, I think more info is to come because there's been a forum thread. See, this is the exciting. I'm glad I kind of waited a little bit for this. To kind of like post this. Now rewards wise, is it on here? It probably isn't. I thought that we'd have reward. This is more of a breakdown kind of structure. It's got your modifiers for stuff. Rewards update. Okay. General rewards changes. Map rewards are no longer shared between all Alliance members of Battlegrounds. You'll only get map rewards for the maps you play. Okay, so that kind of sets out you've all got to either do the same or whatever. Glory milestones and honor rewards have been adjusted so that Alliance has approximately the same rewards for 4 days to play per cycle as they did for 5 days spent. Okay. And rewards specific. And yeah, so there's just like an increase and buff with that. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check out some of this stuff. It's very kind of like extensive and wordy, and there's things to kind of bear in mind. I think as well, if you're, you know, looking at like top 500 placements or around what you're picking up, well, you're not really getting tier 6 class catalysts. It's annoying because like, it feels like you have to push for like 150 placement for a lot of alliances in order to get like tier 6 class catalysts. Fragment crystals, which is a bit annoying, but you know, I guess it's like in more things that you get to grab that one, I assume. Yeah, the further you go with your honor rewards, the more tier 6 class catalysts you get. More details as well. I probably will save this for another video because, as I said, this is meant to be a very kind of like quick. Let's kind of like cover some of the stuff that's Kabam have kind of like posted it. And as I said, I don't want to make this video too long. Deathless champions are now a bit of an issue. Okay, so it's late game collection with this. They're meant to be hard to get. There's not going to be a new necropolis for every new piece that's added in. There's going to be stuff exclusively in different areas in the game to find. They're always going to be available. Either you do unit spend. They're not going to be in cash offers. And also not limited to rank up rewards. They're not going to be in rank up rewards. So it's not going to be like do Masters of Alliance War Seasons and get, you know, a piece. There's different places to get 7-star pieces. So it could be various different things. It may not be Battlegrounds. It may not be whatever bit of content. The champions themselves have their own spin on things. So they will be like, you know, have their own unique kind of like abilities or slightly changed. The Guillotine Deathless, there are also slight variations, just slight variants. Guillotine Deathless is the pieces in the Necropolis completion. A challenge objective will come near the year for one of the other pieces, which will be, there we go. So that's the information there. So challenge objective, which I think comes in December, I say, or maybe November. I don't know. Cross Guard. That's going to be interesting because that's Banquet milestone. Now, how Kabam have prefaced this, because this is very important before it gets out of control. And we have to see, you know, as much as Kabam say it's not difficult to get, sometimes, you know, it kind of is. So it's in a reasonable Banquet milestone. And yes, the Banquet 2023 has been confirmed as returning. The 6-star version can be got with, so that gives that. But also, if you want to get the 6-star version, it is locked behind different types of areas. Like, you know, Glory Store, Incursion Artifacts, Trophy Tokens. Of course, I made the mistake about the Trophy Tokens. And if you get all the 7 stars, we'll have the 6-star free with them if you are to purchase with that one. Also, if you miss a piece of the of it, there are going to be ways to get pieces. Like if you aren't able to achieve the Battlegrounds milestone, Battlegrounds objective, whatever it is, that is this season, there is going to be opportunities, but I think with units you'll be able to get them, and it will be an extensive amount to get. So that's a bit of a forewarning there with that one. But do bear in mind, you know, that could be a bit of an issue. I'm a little bit concerned about that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I suppose it's nice to put like a chase reward and stuff. But look, I'm sure people won't like that with it. But at least it creates some exclusivity around it. So as well, one thing that Kabam said is that the champions aren't meant to be like current meta for things like Battlegrounds and Alliance Wars. They are mainly for questing, and they're a questing team that's going to be set up. And the final champion, I think, is more of a kind of like a full meta for the ages champion. And you know, in my notes, it's a case of, as I said, like, you know, it's all content for stuff that this Deathless Champions are in has been planned into next year, with the final champion being a bit of a, you know, mystery, and apparently more mysteries are going to be revealed in some upcoming videos and things like that. Moving on, because we've got to talk about Necropolis now. Necropolis, the reward side of things. Apparently, this is meant to be very hard. There's lots of spicy rewards. The completion is a rank 2 to 3 gem, which is going to be very important for getting the new title. There is going to be a new kind of rare crystal, which is going to be this, which is basically you choose your class of 7-star from whatever the basic pool is at the time, where you get to pick a class crystal. So that could be kind of beneficial to get something that you may want. If you've got too many techs, then you could choose a cosmic, etc., like that. There's also going to be, as you know, Maestro, 6-star Maestro champion for completion. Of course, we'll talk about 7-star in a minute, because you do get that. Apparently, Maestro is tipped to be still relevant until 2028. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh, this champion will run out of relevancy, apparently it's still going to be good going into 2028. So that's good news. There's also going to be, for the exploration, a mastery point. Yes, mastery point has been given out. Will this change anything or everything? Probably not. It's one mastery point, but it's interesting to note that you can get an extra mastery point. There's also going to be Titan Crystal, Relic Crystal, 7-star, 2 to 3 rank up gem. So that's good as well. And I think a select yeah, you get a special pick any launch 7-star pool champion. So if you're missing one of these from the launch pool, you get to choose one. So that's always nice. And this is releasing on the 15th of November. There is a way to, if you want to speedrun it, to get some nice badges if you want. And of course, the Grandmaster is going to be annoying. Of course, it's going to be annoying. So get practicing against him in all kind of like shapes and forms. And then we've got just enough time to talk about the new progression title. I do have a bit of concerns about Valiant, and that is the acquisition. It will feel that you might have to complete, obviously it says complete Act 8.3 and get 2 rank 3 7-star champions. Doesn't seem so much of a tall order, but it's the sneaky thing about how you go about getting it. For myself, I could literally do, if I had the tier 4 alphas, I could probably do it. Yeah, no, I'm pretty certain I could do that right now. Like, I probably need like one more tier 6 class catalyst. But here's the thing, getting a tier 4 alpha is going to be hard. What makes it worse is that you have to largely rely on a little bit of Cyber Weekend deals and Necropolis in order to get the title, which is somewhat of a problem. And is very specific, but it's very much in keeping what it was like about 2 years ago, or maybe more actually, where you had to basically do a completion of Abyss and do some other stuff in order to get a champion to ranked up to rank 3 as a 6-star, whatever it was, in order to kind of get Thronebreaker. So that kind of like is very reminiscent of that. But that's where we are. I will want to see what the Cyber Weekend deals are. There will be specific stuff if you're able to run through it. That will be Cyber Weekend deals. So like, you know, unique Valiant based deals. And also coming into 2024, if you do Act 8, 100% it, there will be something there. But also explore Act 8 and utilize offers. That's a bit of a concern. So if you don't see yourself being Valiant now, you may look about 6 months time to be Valiant then. So you may want to farm units until you just die, really. And that's, unfortunately, I kind of feel that may be the case. So it's up to you how you want to approach to become Valiant. To be honest, you may even be Valiant by the time that it comes to these particular offers. So yeah, you're spoilt for choice of how to achieve it. But Cyber Weekend apparently will be a little bit cash, a little bit, you know, units. So I don't really like that, but we'll have to see what is on offer to kind of like, you know, go, is this right or is this wrong? Of course, there's going to be perks and things that are going to be spicy about this. Login crystals, login calendars, holiday gift, a special Valiant holiday gift, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get in time because it's tough. It's tough. Like for me, it's either invest the units into a completion. I don't think I will be able to, I don't think I've got the skills to explore necropolis. Maybe I'll do like a completion in time, but tough to do, because if you use all your units for that, then where's the units for Banquet event? More on that in another video. Glory Star upgrade coming soon. Exclusive challenge objectives for January or quarter 1 of 2024. Other exclusive content, of course. What else? Daily deals upgrade, preview bundle upgrade, bonus Cyber Weekend offers. As we said, they are good apparently. And a 7-star Scarlet Witch. So that's something to bear in mind. Look, that's really it for like some other final things to mention from me that I added to my notes. Is there's going to be a new acquisition method coming soon. You know, whether it's going to be like save up your glory as opposed to, you know, with loyalty and incursion artifacts. I probably think there's going to be something for battle chips. That would be the next kind of like thing, evolution with it, which is not great because it'd be like, oh, battle chips this way or units, and that's going to be a tough one. Shocker and Sandman are going to be in the 7-star crystal. There's a teaser of that, and we'll have to find out what the extra thing with that is. And look out for the second live stream in November, because you'll have an opportunity to win 10,000 unit increments. 100,000 units is going to be given away in the second November live stream. So that's really it. If you've listened, hopefully you've been informed. That was about 2 hours condensed into, well, the raw recording of this video is 25 minutes, so hopefully it's been about 20 minutes at most. I'm going to break everything down in separate videos just so that I'm not kind of like speed talking, which I think, you know, you're going to miss some stuff if I'm speed talking. So if you missed anything and you didn't listen, don't worry, I'll do some separate videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a lovely day. Check out some other content which will be located on screen. I'll see you all in the next set of videos over the weekend. Much love and goodbye.